Disclaimer: this Iceberg is going to be most relevant to GTA San Andreas, but the other two games of the trilogy are also discussed along the way. GTA San Andreas is a game that has taken a huge part in forging the gaming culture as we know it today. This game's story, characters, soundtracks, and community all led it to have one of the most far-reaching impacts into the gaming industry. It's the reason many, if not most of us, got introduced to the GTA series, making numerous childhoods great. All of us can easily agree that this game is one of the best games ever created. The recent remaster, however, does not treat it with such value. With Rockstar's decision to occupy a small company with 21 employees to remaster it along with GTA Vice City and GTA 3, this remastered trilogy was one of the worst disappointments in gaming history, causing fans to lose trust in the company. This trilogy was considered to be a quick and cheap cash grab with no passion. Today, we dive deep into the iceberg of the GTA trilogy and discover all the secrets that this failure of a release holds. Lack of fog. In the original GTA San Andreas version, draw distance was decreased due to hardware limitation. Alongside the fog, this created a specific atmosphere for Los Santos that fans got strongly attached to. Now that hardware allows for it, the definitive edition of GTA San Andreas has highly increased draw distance with zero fog. This caused Los Santos to lose its original atmosphere that we grew up with. It feels very weird being in an aircraft at enough altitude to see every building in the city. Also, with the game having very bad optimization, if you're a certain distance away from an object, it will render only partially, which makes distant elements look very distracting and cheap. Rockstar in a recent update tried to fix this issue, but it wasn't satisfying at all, as the fix itself unfolded other secondary problems. Rain glitch. This one is simply just absurd. It's still unclear to me how this issue made it to the final release of the game, since it's extremely prominent and can be noticed right away. The rain, especially at night, appears very thick and non-transparent. It easily takes over the screen and distracts the player, causing it to be extremely hard to be precise when aiming. This issue was not fixed in a recent update and can still be experienced in the current version of the game. There is a mod, however, to lessen the aggressiveness of the rain and make it more natural and less distracting. Character models. Okay, so you're telling me the definitive version of this is this? This, by the way, is a relatively famous character model that was done dirty by Rockstar. People of the community named him Pinhead, which if you ask me, is a very accurate description. CJ's girl is also another victim of poor character model remastering. Her lips look flat as if they were two-dimensional, and apart from their slightly darker color tone, nothing separates them from the rest of the face. The nose looks extremely slim, and the overall shape and detail of her face look like she was designed to be featured in a PS1 game. Little known Candy Sucks, who straight up looks like a male bodybuilder, and of course other characters. I personally find some of these characters funny, and that to me is partially good, because I can at least have a proper laugh if I can't even take characters of the game and their contribution to the story seriously, due to extremely distorted appearance. Grove Street Games. In the official trailer of the trilogy, Rockstar didn't include a single mention of Grove Street Games, which later on was revealed to be the company that was entrusted with the creation of this remaster. This sketchy behavior was a big part of the reason behind the outrage that came from fans after the release. Grove Street Games was the company responsible for creating the HD version of GTA San Andreas for mobile devices alongside consoles. This release contains an unbelievable amount of glitches that get amplified as you play longer. This was a red flag of the company's capabilities that should have crossed Rockstar's line of sight. This company also has a very limited number of employees that does not allow for creating a proper remaster. Simply put, entrusting his company with such a heavy project was completely Rockstar's fault and a very unprofessional and cheap move. Mobile ports. Since Grove Street Games was a company known for developing mobile games, a lot of people concluded that the GTA Trilogy Remaster was just a modified version based on mobile ports. There has been a lot of evidence since the release to prove this, including glitches seen in both the mobile versions of the games and the remastered ones, and also some more clear evidence like was shown in his Twitter post. It seems like they didn't even bother put extra effort to eliminate evidence of their crime. Unintentionally included files. Not even 24 hours after launch, Rockstar retrieved the remastered trilogy from the Rockstar launcher, which was the only way to access the game for PC players. They claimed that the original release contained unintentionally included files. However, apparently people were still able to reach these files after the game came back to life, as Rockstar didn't delete the files but chose to simply disable them through scripts. Data miners revealed that these files included different radio songs that don't play during gameplay due to copyright issues, but still were inside the game files. It was also revealed that the files contained a minigame called Hot, which was deleted from the original version of GTA San Andreas, but still somehow made its way to the remaster. We'll be discussing this one in the lower section of this iceberg. Framerate drops. I've seen numerous complaints of people with extremely powerful devices having issues running this game properly. The FPS is so hard to maintain at 60, with drops making the game almost unplayable within areas that feature high traffic. This guy makes a great point when he compares the performance of GTA 5 to that of GTA San Andreas, the Definitive Edition, considering the graphical advantage that GTA 5 holds. This game is poorly optimized and almost impossible to maintain 60 frames per second on with any device. Crashes. With the addition of the autosave feature, Rockstar thought that maybe they made the game too easy for us, so they decided to make the game crash every couple minutes or so to sabotage your progress every now and then, making sure the game is hard enough for you to enjoy. There's really nothing to say about this, it's just infinite amounts of crashes randomly occurring during gameplay. The 2-player mode missing. If you had GTA San Andreas during childhood, you must have played at least one time the 2-player mode with a friend. Unfortunately, you cannot relive the experience since Rockstar didn't carry this mode to the remaster. Among many little details that are missing in the remaster, this one hurts the most. Modders were able to fix major issues with the game. Remember the rank list that we talked about? The lack of fog, Pinhead, and CJ's girl with the emotionless face? Well, this is what they all look like after a little touch of mod magic. And this is Los Santos, when modders decided to remaster it. The statement Rockstar should just hire modders resonated with me when I first saw the change these gifted modders were able to make upon the game. They literally fixed issues that caused the first fan outrage. If Rockstar was only able to add these modders to their team so that they can work coherently backed up by financial and technical support from the company, I think the remaster would have been 10 times more successful. Catlarius. This is a man that was able to post 16 consecutive videos, 2 of them being 1 hour long, containing nothing but glitches from the remaster. His videos were compilations of glitches found online and mainly on Reddit. His channel makes me realize the amount of bugs you can come across during the average gameplay session. Hot coffee. This is a minigame included in the files of the original GTA San Andreas, but not playable through normal means. It required the addition of a mod as it was officially disabled through script. The weird part, however, is that data miners revealed that the files made their way throughout all versions of the game to the Definitive Edition. Alongside this, data miners also found developer comments within script that were not meant for the public to see. This alerts one to how little they cared to make the final touch. This is what happens when a billion-dollar company tries to push a game out as soon as possible with no regard to quality. Missing bridge. There is a certain bridge in the map that flashes on and off screen depending on camera angles. It's a bug that was noticed in the original release of the game and in the remaster as well. This glitch was surprisingly able to make its way through years of complaints against it to the final release of the game. This glitch is also one of the most annoying of all, since below it there is just water, which means if you mess up and fall down, you have to swim your way out. And swimming is probably the worst struggle to experience in a GTA game. Rockstar have faced some of the issues and are still working on future updates, so we hope that this company has learned from its mistakes and is now ready to fix these games. So let's see what the future updates hold for us. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope that you subscribe to me, as that would help me a lot, and I hope to see you in my next videos. Bye.